Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a gamble. You don't really to throw you out.
First things first, one of my subbies, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Maddie. Thank you so much for all your love and all your support. It really means a lot to me. I think that I have been inspired by Maddie to basically every week I am going to come back on here and I am going to give a shout out to my active subscribers on here. So let's get into the makeup routine. I just prepped my face, and I think it's more important to put money into your skincare than makeup, okay? I always put more money into my skincare because your makeup's gonna look good pretty much no matter what you get. You don't have to buy everything high-end, okay? So I showed all the things that I prepped my skin with. Right now, I'm using my favorite drugstore primer. This is the best primer. If you have textured skin, large pores, uneven skin tone, whatever the case may be, this is going to get you right. So you're going to put this on, and when you put it on, you're going to wait a couple of minutes, okay? Because it needs to get tacky. If you are a lash girly, just like you have to wait for that right moment for the glue to get tacky to put your lashes on, it's the same idea with this primer. You have to really let it absorb into your skin, and usually what I typically will do is I will take a cap off of a product that I have and I'll stick it to my face, okay? And that's usually when I know that, okay, it's ready, because it's like sticky enough. So don't rush it, because if you put it on, if you start putting your makeup on right after, it's not going to work properly. So you have to trust the process, okay? Trust the process. So I am making sure that I'm getting every inch of my face. And I literally, on my right eye, got a sty that I'm trying to get rid of. So don't worry about her, okay? We're getting rid of her. Next up, I use the Lumi Glotion, It Cosmetics, SPF 50, and Makeup by Mario. I always make a little potion, and I am showing you right here the amounts that I use. This gives me the perfect glow, the perfect amount of coverage. SPF is so important for our faces. It needs to be on our face year-round, okay? Let me find out you're not using your SPF. It Cosmetics is my absolute favorite one because it's a skin tint that's also a moisturizer. So if you're a dry skin girly, this is also going to help you. So I always warm it up on the back of my hand. I mix it in really well, and then I just kind of lay it out on my face before I take my brush to tap it in. So this way I know I have an even amount of product on each side of my face, if that makes sense. And this look, and the look that I typically go for all the time, is a glowy look. So everything I aim for is towards giving that natural glowy look. Now I'm going to take my brush, and we're not going to swipe, okay? Please don't swipe. Tap it in. The reason why we're going to tap our makeup in is because it is going to give you a long-lasting application. You can swipe all day, but it's not going to last as long. I challenge you, if you typically just swipe it on, do it like that again, and then the next day tap it in, and when you do the tapping method, I'm going to guarantee you're never going to look back. I mean, obviously in your neck, you can go ahead and like swipe down, but everything else is going to get tapped in. And I do this with all products, not just my foundation. I'm tapping everything in. You have more control over the placement and over the blend. And like I said, it always creates a long lasting finish, because we're putting all this work and getting this makeup on, okay? We don't want it not to last the entire day. So just tap, 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 and tap some more. But you see already, look how even my skin tone is. I have sensitive skin. I have rosacea. You can't see any of it. It just covered it up, and it's not cakey. It's light. It looks natural. That's what we're going for here, okay? So just getting our last tappity taps in before we move on to apply our concealer. Next up, just making sure that I didn't miss anything. Also trying not to get it on my pink sweater. Final taps. Okay, I think we're good. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my favorite drugstore concealer. It's this pink concealer from Maybelline. It was a viral on TikTok. It is affordable and it works. High end, it's Hourglass all day. Drugstore, it's this one. This one's it. And this actually complements all skin tones. That's honestly the best part. It's just like brightening enough, but not giving you that like white cast of like too much brightness under your face. It's just like the perfect touch of pink that blends in to your foundation or your skin tint. It just blends in much, much nicer. And now I'm looking for something else because I was looking for something to blend it in. That's what it was. Okay, so I'm just going to use a small blending brush. We're always holding our brushes at the end of the brush because it gives you more control and it's not so harsh, okay? So I'm just like lightly tapping it in, tappity tap, 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 tap. Go away, Sty, get out of my life. And you see the beautiful brightness that it gives, and it also just gives that nice little awake look. We're concealed, we're ready to slay the day. And it just really just adds like that nice touch. Next up, my bestie for the rusty, Physicians Formula. Nobody can tell me anything else. Best bronzer, hands down. Super buttery, and it also lasts all day. And it just goes into your skin so flawlessly, and it just feels good, okay? So we're going to take our contour brush, and I am going to tap it into my skin. No swiping, just tapping, okay? Again, holding it towards the end, I have more control of my placement, and we are going to contour our cheeks, or my cheeks, and my forehead, and then we're gonna also do our jawline and under our chin to give you that snatched look. So again, okay, you see, tap, tap, tap. I start at the top of my ear, and then I am going in towards right before, I would say like the bottom of my nose, like closer to like where my nostril is. You have to figure out the placement of your makeup for your contour of what's going to be most suitable for your face. If you need help with this, you can tell me your face shape that you have, and I can give you guidance on the proper placement, because for everybody it's going to be different. It's more geared towards your the type of shape that you have to your face. Then we're going to go ahead, get a little bronzed on the nose, okay? I don't contour crazy on here because this is just like a quick everyday look. So I just tap it over my nose, call it a day. Then again, Physicians Formula, it's my broken palette and I don't care. I'm going to use it until it's gone. I love the blushes in here. Absolutely gorgeous. There's like a peachy one and then like a mauvey purpley one. I'm going to use the mauvey one. Add a little bit of brightness back into my face. And again, placement is everything. There's so many different ways to place your makeup on your face, but having the proper placement for your face shape is going to optimize the results that you are looking for. So hopefully that is helpful to you. Does anybody else love Physicians Formula as much as I do? Let me know. Hands down, one of my favorite brands. Next up, I don't play about the brows, okay? I have tried drugstore products, and for this one, I'm going to say that the high end wins, okay? This is Benefit. that I'm using to get these brows right. If you are a millennial like me and you overplucked in the early 2000s, we don't have very much brows, okay? So we got to fill them in carefully. And this combination of the brow pencil and the brow 24-hour lock by Benefit Cosmetics literally slays my brows perfectly each time. So now I'm zooming in so you can just see a little bit better, but I always go in under my eyes first and I draw a little line to kind of connect them, and then I don't have a lot of hairs at the beginning of my brows, so I just gently fill those in, and now I'm creating the shape. I try to follow the natural shape of my eyebrows of what I already have, and then of course we're going to just try our best, hope for the best. We're going to match it on the other side and hope that they are sisters and not twins, okay? So again, you're just gently stroking underneath to give it a nice crisp line, and then we're going to go into the beginning, spoolie it out a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the hair-like strokes at the beginning where I am lacking the most hair. And then, yeah, just kind of trying to pay really good attention so I make sure that I can match the other side. But patience and trusting the process and definitely practice, the consistency is going to help you with anything in life, but definitely in regards to doing your eyebrows, you just gotta go slow. And you're going to get there, okay? Because by the time I'm done, you can't even tell that most of my brows were completely drawn on. Or it feels that way at least. Let me know, what are some of your favorite brow products? Is there a drugstore brow product that you're crazy about that maybe I don't know about? But right now, I've been super into this past year. I've been using these two products and they really just slay. And you want products that are going to do the work for you and that are going to, again, last all day. I also tried to find a drugstore brow lock gel, and none of them were strong enough to like keep my brows in place. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, let me buy the mini of the brow by Benefits to see if it really does work for 24 hours, and it most certainly does, and it keeps them in place all day. And you know, if you have a habit of like, you know, you forget you have makeup on at the moment and you're like touching your face on accident or something like that, your brows are going to stay, okay? They're literally not going anywhere until you want them to, until you take them off with your makeup later. But yeah, I think they turned out great, and it's made it super fast and efficient to just get the brows done. Let me know what other makeup tutorials you would like. This is just like a natural, everyday, glowy look. If you want me to focus and do only brows or maybe lip liner, lipstick, stuff like that, let me know. If you have any requests, I'm so excited to do it in my next vlog. But first things first, we cannot forget that we are glowing queens, okay? So I'm going to take this rose gold highlighter that is also Physicians Formula, and I am about to get super glowy to the gods right now. It's the little touches that make a big difference. I prefer to use my finger over using a brush. Sometimes I'll use a brush, but I feel like I have better control over the placement when I tap it in with my finger, and it just seems to work out better that way. I always put a little bit on the bridge of my nose. I don't put it on the tip of my nose. I personally don't care for that. I feel like it needs to just be on the bridge, and I think that that's good enough. But yes, look how glowy my skin is. You would never know that I have very, very dry skin. See you next time.
High volume. Am I really that much?